What is going on, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. Today, I wanted to talk about anxiety. First of all, disclaimer, I'm not a psychologist, so this is not a professional advice, but this is advice that's based on my experience. Now, with that disclaimer out of the window, let us get into it. Anxiety is a very vast topic and complex problem that plagues many in the world today. To really understand what's going on, thorough research would have to be carried out by each and every one of us. There are also many steps to take in order to overcome anxiety. But maybe just starting from the basics, we can begin to understand what is really happening to us when we are anxious. Anxiety is a fear of what could happen. It's basically a fear of probable future events, things that have not yet occurred. So it's not necessarily what is happening at the present, but it's a fear of what could happen. So this fear is sometimes based on direct experience or perceived dangers we tell ourselves. Nevertheless, this is a real fear, and it should definitely be acknowledged. I'll give you an example. When my son was a baby, he would cry every time we went into an automatic car wash. In his little mind, that monster was definitely gonna get him. He would just cry. But over time, as he got older, he got used to it. I don't remember at what age he was when he got used to it, but now when we talk about it, he seems to remember that experience and him being scared of the car wash. And now we can laugh about it. It's no big deal anymore. Actually, once he overcame the fear, it became one of his favorite things to do. He would ask us to drive through the car wash, even when my car was not dirty. Sometimes I would. Most times I would say no. He was enjoying something that was once a frightening experience for him, which was a good thing. His fear was not based on experience, but it was based on his perception of a probable danger. So what was going on in his little head? I'm going to simplify it. When our brain takes in information, it checks our memory banks for previous occurrences of that experience to figure out what actions it needs to take. If it's an experience that has happened before, and let's say it was a bad experience, our brain sends signals to prepare our body to take action. We would have two options. We can fight or we can run. Basically, fight or flight. The brain raises your adrenaline levels to get your body ready for action. Letting you know that you got to do something. But there is another part of the brain that also interprets what is going on in the brain and in the body. This is done in the frontal lobe of the brain. Again, I'm not a doctor, I just know what I know. So after the frontal lobe checks the information and responses that is already in process, it can either justify the action or discard it. So it could be like, yeah, you need to take action. You need to run away because this threat is real. Or your brain could just be like, nah, forget it. It's no big deal. You need to chill. Things that are unfamiliar to us usually draws our attention, either in a positive way or in a negative way. In my son's case, the noise from the car wash was a strange thing to him, and that was a concern for his brain to figure out. Anxiety is fear-based. The best thing to do is to learn how to control that fear. Without control of that fear, it will control us. It can cause serious panic attacks or prevent us from doing things that are normal for our survival. Just check out these clips.
Okay, Louise, you're not going to believe this. Louise is petrified of mustard.
Oh my God! Look at it! Look, get away from me!
Sit down.
Look at it! Look at it!
That's just a picture.
Look at it! It's disgusting!
Everybody is scared of something like ketchup. Are you scared of ketchup?
I love ketchup.
You love ketchup. Tell everybody what you used to do for a job. Huh?
I worked at Burger King.
Burger King. She worked at Burger King.
Misunderstood. I don't go near it. You want mustard? Too bad. Go to McDonald's. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. Oh, what are you looking at?
I'm trying to see what a dog is.
What?
Trying to see what a dog is.
The dog.
Yeah. I know you got one. I just want to know where he is.
If I brought a big dog out here, it would be bad, right?
Yeah. And you better move.
And I better move? And if I brought a little dog out here?
You better move. And it don't look like enough room in the audience for me to run that way. Which way do I run? I'm serious.
One day when Terrell was with her 3-year-old son, she was confronted by a dog and believed the dog was going to attack her. At that point, she just left her 3-year-old on the sidewalk, unprotected. She jumped over a car and ran for her life. Is that what happened?
That's what happened.
But that's
It's
not
nothing I can do. It's nothing I can do. When I see a dog, I run. If my kids can't keep up, and that's
Exactly. You know, I could talk about how to control anxiety for the next 30 videos. It's such a complex topic. But today we will focus on relaxing our bodies and our mind by rationalizing our thoughts. So going back to my son and the car wash. When he was scared, every time his mom and I would have to reassure him that he was okay, that we were okay. And we did this by smiling and, you know, holding his hand and letting him know that he was safe. If that didn't work, then we would have to carry him and, you know, basically make him feel secure. Eventually, he would calm down and he would stop crying, even though he was still scared. Over time, he became okay with the experience and it didn't associate any dangers with it. This is something that took time for him to get used to. We have to also practice this when we are anxious. Bring yourselves back to the present moment and evaluate whether this is a real threat or if it's a made-up threat. Train your brain to do this faster and to do it at will. Focus on your body. What happens when you are anxious? Do you feel any part of your body tense up? Which part of your body is tensing up? When you figure out what part of your body tenses up when you are anxious, try to relax that part of your body so that you do not tense up anymore. This is going to take practice, it's going to take time. So you have to reassure yourself that you are okay, that what you're scared of is not your reality. Have faith and confidence in yourself. Try to block out any negative thoughts and replace them with positive ones. Do not wait until you're having an anxious moment before you react. You have to be proactive. So always practice your responses before they happen. To overcome fear or to overcome anxiety, action is required. Usually we want to take action that goes against what your feelings are indicating to you. Or let me say that again. Usually, the action that we take is one that goes against what your feelings are indicating to you. I think this is a topic that we would have to break into pieces and go into in more videos. But for today, you know, I think we'll just cover just that part of bringing ourselves back to reality. Learning how to breathe and to calm yourself down is also another important part of controlling your anxiety. But maybe that's something that we can talk about later. Man, I feel blessed. I want to thank you guys for supporting this channel thus far. And I'm really thankful for that. For y'all that haven't subscribed yet, come on board, man. Subscribe, like the video, and share it with people that you know. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace.